This pregnant stowaway woke up to find her container floating alone in the ocean. After sealing the seeping bullet hole with the tool she had, she heard a cry for help. Mia sees through the bullet hole that the container next to the stowaway is sinking fast. Worried that her husband was among them and unable to stop herself from screaming, she started to make frantic phone calls, but the caller's phone was always busy. Suddenly Mia realized she was feeling sick to her stomach and could only talk to herself. But she managed to fall asleep only to be awoken by a nightmare that overwhelmed her. Mia opened her eyes and realized that she was safe for the moment and decided to solve the problem. She used her knife to cut open the wooden crate above her only to find some plastic lunch boxes inside. Mia was cursing when she noticed a rubber band around the lid of one of the lunch boxes that floated by. This was a good material for filling the holes. So Maya took the rubber ring off the lunchbox and successfully plugged the bottom 2 bullet holes. Then she took a hose and stuck it in the hole above. Slowly scooping up water, tying, Mia realized that she should have called the emergency services. But she had no signal on her mobile phone. She could only go to the high ground and put the phone aside to organize the tools she had. Suddenly the phone rang and Maya answered it, nearly crying when she heard her husband's familiar voice. Nick told Mia that he was stuck on land and promised to find her soon. Mia cried and told her husband that she was trapped in a container at sea. Nick encouraged Mia and promised he would find a way out. They hung up and Maya felt a huge pain in her stomach, and as a storm started to build up, the container lurched and suddenly the phone rang, and Mia couldn't hold it steady and suddenly realized she was in labor. She hastily stripped off her clothes and stood up, leaning on a rope to stabilize herself, and withstood the pain to give birth to her baby. When the baby's loud cries rang out, Mia was relieved. She held the baby in her arms and pulled out the placenta with her bare hands while enduring excruciating pain. Mia then made a simple cradle for the baby and picked up her soaked mobile phone, only to find it had been submerged and switched off. Desperate, she had to save herself.